I didn't realize how much doom scrolling was ruining my life until I stopped. I thought I was just relaxing, just unwinding, or just taking a break. But in reality, I was losing hours, losing focus, losing motivation, and losing control of my life. And the scariest part was how normal it felt. In this video with you, I am sharing how I stopped doom scrolling, what it was doing to my mindset and my productivity. I'm also going to be sharing with you how I got my life back, my time, and my focus. And to be 100% honest with you, this one particular habit steals more from us than we truly realize. So let's talk about what doom scrolling was actually doing to me. Doom scrolling didn't feel dangerous. It felt like it was harmless. I'd open my phone every few minutes and then suddenly an hour has passed me by. I started noticing the changes. There was a lot of comparison, there was a lot of anxiety, feeling behind, the lack of motivation, and overstimulation. When your brain is constantly consuming, it never gets the space for you to create. And I'm just gonna be real, I felt stuck. I started to use my phone as an escape. I had to be honest with myself. I wasn't just scrolling because I was bored. I was scrolling because I didn't want to think, plan, deal with my responsibilities, or face uncertainty. Scrolling somehow became an emotional avoidance. Instead of sitting in my thoughts, I drowned myself in content. And that's when I realized it wasn't about discipline, it was about awareness. I finally had reached my turning point. My turning point came when I noticed how disconnected I felt from my own life. I wasn't present, I wasn't intentional, nor was I being productive. Days were passing me by and I simply had nothing to show for it. And I asked myself, how can I want a better life if I'm constantly directing myself from building it? That question alone changed my perspective on everything. So I'm not gonna lie to you like I just quit scrolling or doom scrolling cold turkey. I did not delete every app overnight. I started small instead. I began turning off notifications, moved apps from my home screen, stopped scrolling the first thing in the morning, and I stopped scrolling before bedtime. These small boundaries created so much awareness for me. Awareness is all about creating that control, and that's what I felt like I gained again once I started to put these boundaries into place. So I replaced scrolling with more intentional habits. And here's the thing, you can't just remove a habit, you have to replace it with a more beneficial and better one. Instead of scrolling, I started journaling, planning my day, reading 10 to 15-minute workouts inside, creating my content or pouring myself into my content, and checking in with my goals more frequently. This moment is when I slowly started to feel present again. I felt more focused again, and I felt like I was in control of my life again. I'm super thankful for this one because my mind became quieter. We all know your mind can just constantly race. When you're constantly like feeding your brain all of the things that the outside world has to offer. One of the biggest changes became more clarity. When you stop constantly consuming, your thoughts slow down, your anxiety decreases, and your focus improves. You start hearing your own voice again instead of everyone else's. And that is powerful. I got my time back, and that was the biggest shock to me. How much time I actually had in a day. Hours that I didn't even realize that I was losing returned to me. I had time to work on my goals, take care of myself, plan my finances, and being more present. Time is your most valuable resource. And it's just unfortunate that doom scrolling steals it quietly. I stopped comparing my life to everyone else's. And I'm not saying that I was doing this intentional, but when I did stop doom scrolling, I feel like I had more time to just back away from like watching others' life and like accomplishing their goals and focus on my own. And I'm just being real. Scrolling exposes you to everyone else's highlights. Comparison can sometimes become automatic. But when I decided to take that step back, I focused on my life, my growth, and my pace. And truly, that brought me peace. I began to feel a lot more motivated. Motivation returned naturally. Motivation did not return because I simply forced it, but because I removed what was draining it. Overconsumption kills your creativity. When you stop consuming constantly, you start creating again, honestly. Your ideas come back, your energy comes back, and that drive that you have been looking for returns as well. When I stopped doom scrolling, I realized that discipline comes with freedom. Putting boundaries on my phone didn't feel restrictive. It felt freeing. I wasn't chained to my notifications. I wasn't distracted all day, and I wasn't mentally scattered. I was more present, and presence is where your real life happens. Stopping doom strolling did not change my life overnight, but it changed my attention, my mindset, my productivity, and self-awareness. And those things can ripple into everything else. If you feel like time is slipping away, if you feel mentally drained, or even if you feel stuck, start by taking control of what you consume each day. Because what you consume each day shapes you into who you're actually going to become. I want you to comment down below and just simply tell me that you're deciding to take your time back today. And if you're on your personal journey to rebuild, reset, and level up your life, then you've come to the right place.